Space was quiet. A small scout ship floated near a cold, dead planet. The ship was old but strong. Its name was Lancer 7, and it had only 4 crew members. They were searching for lost tech and data. But this time, something was different. Inside the ship, Captain Elise Ward sat in the command chair. Her eyes were fixed on the screen. She was in her early 30s, calm and smart. She had seen many strange things in space. But today, her hands were tight on the controls. "That's impossible," she whispered next to her. Tech Officer Raj Malik looked confused. He tapped the screen. "Ma'am, I'm reading human life signals from the surface, but this planet was marked dead, no life, not for 80 years. The planet below was dark gray, full of craters, dry winds, and dust. Once, long ago, it was a mining colony. But then it was abandoned after a chemical explosion. Earth Command had declared it uninhabitable. Everyone thought no one lived there. But now, a weak signal was calling for help. The signal Raj worked fast. He tried to clean the broken signal. It was messy and old, full of glitches and static. Suddenly, a soft, strange voice came through the speakers. "Please, help us. We never left." The voice was young, a child's voice. Repeating again and again, Elise stood up. Her voice was sharp. "Are you recording this?" "Yes," Raj replied. "It's coming from the southern zone, the old colony sector." "That place was nuked, wasn't it?" asked Lieutenant Jenna Ray, the pilot. "No way anyone survived that." But the signal kept playing. The child's voice did not stop. "Please, help us. We never left." Orders from Earth. Elise sent a report to Earth Command. They waited for a response. Minutes later, a reply came, cold and final. "Do not land. The colony was written off. All life signs are considered corrupted. Return to patrol route. Do not engage." Jenna raised her eyebrow. "Corrupted? What does that even mean?" "They think this is a ghost signal," Raj said. "Or worse, a trap." But Elise didn't move. She stared out the window at the empty land below. "Something's down there, something human. I can feel it." "Ma'am, this could cost us our licenses," warned Raj. "I'm not asking you to follow me," Elise replied. "I'm going, alone if I must." There was silence. Then Jenna shrugged. "Well, I always wanted to meet ghosts." Landing, the ship dropped toward the planet. Dust clouds rose as they touched the ground. Everything looked dead. No movement, no light. The buildings were broken, metal rusted, windows cracked. But the signal was stronger now. "Coming from Sector 12, Raj confirmed. They left the ship, wearing suits and armed with light rifles. The wind was dry and full of static. Every step made a crunching sound over old rubble and ash. As they moved through the ruins, the signal became clearer. A small, glowing light flickered from inside. A broken comms tower. Raj opened the panel. Inside was an old data core still working. "This tech shouldn't even be active," he muttered. He plugged in his tablet. The screen flashed. Then they heard it again. "Please, help us. We never left." This time the voice added a new line. "They watch us from below. Don't let them take us again." The first encounter. Jenna pointed her rifle. Movement. 3 o'clock. Everyone turned. From the shadows a figure walked slowly into the open. Human-shaped, tall, but moving strangely. Its clothes were torn. Its face was hidden under a hood. Elise raised her hand. "We're here to help," she said. The figure stopped. Then it removed its hood. It was a man. Maybe 40 years old. His eyes were glowing faint blue. His skin looked too smooth, like plastic and flesh mixed together. "You shouldn't be here," he said softly. Elise stepped forward. "Who are you?" "Forgotten," he said. "We are the ones Earth left behind." More shadows moved behind him. Men, women, and children. All with strange features, glowing eyes, smooth skin, or long fingers. Some looked almost normal. Others, not so much. "How are you still alive?" Raj asked. "We adapted. We changed." "We were changed." The story they told inside a half-broken dome. The strange people gave the crew clean water and basic food. The man, who called himself Iran, explained. "During the mining war, Earth soldiers pulled out fast. But they left us behind. We were the test batch, modified humans. We were faster, stronger, made to work harder." "You were experiments," Jenna whispered. "Yes, we were told. We'd be saved, we weren't. They survived the explosion by hiding underground, but the chemicals changed them further. Some went mad, some became sick, some became more. We stayed hidden," Iran said. "Some of us gave up. Others kept hoping." "And the signal?" Elise asked. Iran looked down. "That's my son. He died years ago, but his voice was recorded. We kept it repeating in case anyone still listened." Earth lies again back on Lancer 7. Raj checked for updates. Earth Command sent a destroyer ship. "They say we're infected now." Elise clenched her jaw. "Infected? We just found survivors. They don't care. They don't want this getting out. If people learn what happened here, they'll know Earth left their own people." "To rot," Jenna said bitterly. A new signal came through. Earth Command. "Lancer 7, you are ordered to evacuate. Do not bring any survivors. Do not share data. Failure to obey will be treated as treason." The decision. Elise looked around at the forgotten ones. The children, the sick, the strong, the strange. "We can't leave them," she said. "What do we do then?" Raj asked. "We hide them," Elise replied. "We help them vanish. We make sure Earth never finds them again." "That's mutiny," Jenna warned. "No," Elise said. "That's humanity." A glimpse of power as the crew helped gather supplies. A young boy named Lio approached Elise. He was maybe 10. His eyes were glowing white. He looked at her curious. "You dream loud," he said. "What?" Elise asked. Lio touched her forehead. For a moment, her mind went blank. Then she saw things. A city floating in the sky. Machines moving like beasts. Earth burning. A voice screaming from the stars. She gasped and stepped back. "What was that?" "I saw your fear," Lio said, "and I showed you mine." Final scene, a shadow above as Lancer 7 began hiding its systems. The crew prepared to protect the forgotten ones. Suddenly, alarms beeped. "Something's entering orbit," Raj shouted. "Not Earth, not Varn. I don't recognize the signature." Jenna looked outside. "It's big, really big." In the sky above, a black shape floated silently. Like a ship, like a watcher. It had no engines, no lights. Iran stared at it. "They've come back." "Who?" Elise asked. "The ones who made us." The black object in the sky didn't move. The ground still shook from the crash of Earth's destroyer ship. Smoke rose in the distance. The sun had started to rise, lighting the damaged colony in a red glow. Captain Elise Ward stood with Lio near the ancient alien sphere. Her crew was tired but alert. How many survived the crash? She asked Raj. Raj looked up from his scanner. Maybe 20. Most systems failed before impact. And they didn't send a warning, Jenna added. No one even tried to talk. Just shoot. And wipe. Iran, standing nearby, shook his head. That's Earth. They erase problems, not solve them. Elise's voice was quiet but firm. Then maybe it's time we stop being their problem and become their mirror. Scene 2. Earth speaks again. A message came through. Raj played it. It was from Admiral Keen, one of Earth's highest commanders. Captain Elise Ward, you are charged with disobedience, treason, and contact with forbidden biologicals. You will be removed from service. All data related to the survivors must be deleted. You are to await extraction. Jenna muttered. They still call them biologicals instead of humans. Elise didn't flinch. Reply, she said. She looked straight into the camera. This is Captain Elise Ward. I found survivors. I found people Earth abandoned. I will not delete anything. I will not leave them. She paused. You call them corrupted. I call them human. The message ended. The silence that followed was heavier than any explosion. Scene 3. The Council's fear back on Earth. In a high-security council chamber, powerful leaders gathered. She's gone rogue, said Minister Valen. We can't let her broadcast that to the colonies. Public sympathy will rise, another said, especially on Mars and Titan. We need to erase all traces, quietly. But one old councilwoman stood. What if she's right? She asked, what if Earth really did leave them behind? So what? Valen snapped. We had no choice. The old woman's eyes narrowed. No, you had a choice. And you chose silence. Scene 4. Seeds of rebellion news began to spread across the solar system. A human captain had defied Earth Command to protect lost humans. On Mars, miners paused their drills to watch the footage. On Titan, students shared Elise's message on secret channels. On Earth, people whispered about the forgotten ones in quiet corners. A movement began to grow. If they can survive betrayal, one Martian said, maybe we can survive without Earth's chains. Back in the colony, Elise didn't know her message had gone viral. She was focused on one thing, keeping the people safe. Scene 5. Preparing for war. Iran led a group of volunteers to train in the alien suits. The machines were powerful, but they needed harmony between mind and machine. It's not just buttons and screens, Aaron explained. It listens to thought. Elise watched Lio guide a young woman into one of the suits. He's only 10, she said to Raj. Yes, Raj replied, but he sees more than we ever could. Elise walked over to Lio. What do you see now? Leo's eyes turned white for a second. Then he looked at her. Choices. Earth chose fear. You chose hope. Now others must choose too. Scene 6. Earth's reinforcements. Days later, a fleet of Earth ships entered the system. More destroyers. More soldiers. They didn't send messages. They came with guns. Jenna looked at the radar. 5 ships, all armed. This isn't just cleanup. This is full erasure. Elise turned to the forgotten ones. We can't stop them all, but we can show them the truth. Mara stepped forward. We'll defend our home, no matter the cost. Even if we die? Elise asked. Especially then, Mara replied. Because at least we'll die remembered. Scene 7. The fight begins. The first Earthship began descent. Elise and her team prepared the colony defenses. The Varn suits stood ready at the cliff's edge. Old cannons were repaired. Drones were activated. Then the sky burned. Earth launched Missiles, but the Forgotten Ones fought back like warriors Earth never expected. Their suits moved faster than Earth tech. They flew, dodged, and struck with beams of light. Elise guided local drones. Raj hacked enemy signals. Jenna covered the wounded. The people of the colony didn't run. They stood. Together. Scene 8. A message to the stars while the battle raged. Raj worked in the old signal tower. "I can send a wide beam message," he said. "To Mars, Titan. Jupiter stations, maybe even beyond." "Do it," Elise said. Raj sent a live feed. Footage of the fight. The people defending their home, and Elise's voice over it. "We are not enemies. We are the ones Earth forgot. We chose to protect life, not destroy it. If you hear this, ask your leaders. Who do they really serve? And who will they forget next?" Scene 9. Earth hesitates on one of the Earth ships. Captain Dre watched the feed. His soldiers stood behind him, silent. "Sir," one said, "these aren't monsters, they're people." Dre turned off the screen. "Orders are orders." But something in his eyes changed. He walked to the comms and opened a private channel. "To the Council. I request permission to pause fire. We may have made a mistake." There was no reply. Dre turned to his crew. "Lower weapons, hold position." Scene 10. Martian uprising on Mars. Protests began. Thousands gathered in front of Earth command outposts. "Let them live." Forgotten but not lost. Posters of Elise and Lio appeared everywhere. An old Martian worker shouted, "If Earth erases them, they erase us too." The Martian governor made a risky move. He cut off communication links to Earth. For the first time in history, a human colony defied Earth command. Scene 11. The choice back on the planet. Elise stood with Mara and Iran. "They're not firing anymore," Jenna said. "They're just waiting." Lio came to them. His voice was soft. "The creators are still watching." "From the black ship?" Elise asked. Lio nodded. "They want to see if humans choose destruction again, or something better." Iran looked at Elise. "So what now, Captain?" She took a breath. "We offer peace one last time." Scene 12. The broadcast. Elise stood before the colony's main camera. Her voice was clear. "This is not about orders, not about who is right or wrong. This is about what kind of future we want. I'm not just speaking to Earth. I'm speaking to every human watching. We were told to forget them, but we chose to remember. You can too." Scene 13. Earth backs down. Back in Earth's council chamber, chaos had begun. Protests spread. Governors refused orders. Military commanders hesitated. Minister Valen slammed the table. "This is mutiny." But the old councilwoman stood. "No, this is truth." She turned to the others. "Let the colony go, or we lose everything." The council voted. And for the first time, Earth backed down. Scene 14. A new flag. Weeks passed. The colony repaired its walls. New supplies came from Mars. Volunteers arrived to help. They raised a new flag above the city. It was not Earth's. It was not the Varn's. It was something new, a symbol of second chances. Leo placed a hand on the alien sphere. "They still watch," he said. Elise asked, "Will they come?" "Maybe," Lio replied, "but we'll be ready." Final scene. A whisper becomes a voice. That night, Elise looked up at the stars. She remembered the first signal, the child's voice saying, "We never left." Now millions had heard that voice, and millions had answered, "We remember you." The colony woke to a cold, clear morning. The red sun lit the broken city. The new flag fluttered gently in the wind. It was a symbol: hope, survival, and a new start. Captain Elise Ward stood on a high platform overlooking the city. She felt the weight of responsibility on her shoulders. Behind her, the ancient alien sphere pulsed softly. It was a reminder that they were never truly alone. Beside her, Mara and Iran joined her. The Quiet Ones are awakening, Mara said quietly. Who are the Quiet Ones? Elise asked. Iran smiled grimly. They are the ones who lived in the shadows. The modified humans who stayed hidden after the war. They never fought. They never spoke. But now, Mara added, they have to rise. Scene 2. A secret movement below the city. In dark tunnels and hidden chambers, groups of Quiet Ones gathered. They were different from the Forgotten Ones. More silent, more cautious. Their eyes glowed faintly in the dark. Lio moved among them. Guide in quietly. We stayed silent too long, Lio told them. But now the time has come. One of the Quiet Ones, a tall woman named Sira, stepped forward. We were afraid of Earth's power, she said. But we learned. We grew. Her voice was calm but strong. It's time to use our strength, not to hide. Scene 3. Training begins. Elise watched as the Quiet Ones practiced controlling the ancient Varn suits. The machines responded to their thoughts like living creatures. They don't just obey, Iran said. They listen. The Quiet Ones moved silently, learning to blend with the machines. They were fast, precise, deadly. Jenna stood with Elise. They're different from the ones we saw before, Jenna said. More controlled, more powerful. The Quiet Ones are the future, Elise replied. Lio approached Elise. I see it too, he said. A storm is coming. Scene 4. A new threat on the edges of the system. The black ship watched. It moved silently closer to the colony. Inside the ship, something ancient stirred. It was a remnant of the Varn creators. It was watching, waiting. For the right moment. On the colony, sensors detected strange energy readings. Raj reported. Energy spikes near the northern ridge. Unknown origin. Elise frowned. Could it be the creators? Or something worse, Mara said. Scene 5. Earth's uneasy peace Earth had backed down for now, but their leaders were restless. Minister Valen met with military commanders. We cannot lose control, Valen said. The colony grows stronger. The Quiet Ones awaken. We need a new plan, a commander said. Send spies, Valen ordered. Learn their secrets. Meanwhile, Captain Dre, who had hesitated during the battle, prepared a secret mission. I will go, he said quietly. I want to see the truth myself. Scene 6. A spy in the shadows. Dre's ship moved quietly toward the colony. He landed near the northern ridge, dressed in dark gear. He moved through the tunnels, careful not to be seen. He watched the Quiet Ones training, their silent grace and power surprising him. He listened to their stories of pain, survival, and hope. Dre's heart began to change. Scene 7. The warning. Suddenly, alarms blared in the colony. Raj shouted. The Creator's ship is moving. They're coming to strike. Elise ran to the command center. The black ship unleashed beams of energy at the colony's defenses. The ancient sphere glowed fiercely, responding to the attack. We must fight, Elise said. The Quiet Ones are ready. Scene 8. The battle. Of the ridge, the Quiet Ones jumped into their Varn suits. The machines roared to life. The battle began at the northern ridge. Energy beams lit the sky. The Quiet Ones moved like shadows, striking fast and hard. Elise coordinated from the command room. Hold the line. Protect the colony. Jenna piloted a drone to help. Raj hacked enemy systems to slow the attack. The Creator's ship was powerful, but the Quiet Ones were stronger. Scene 9. Lio's power in the middle of the fight. Lio stood alone. His eyes glowed brighter than ever. He reached out with his mind, controlling the machines around him. The ground shook as machines moved at his command. Stop, he shouted with his mind. The Creator's beams faltered. Lio's power was growing, but it was dangerous. Scene 10. The spy's choice. Dre watched the battle. He saw humans and modified humans fighting together. He saw courage and hope. He realized Earth's mistakes. He contacted Elise secretly. I want to help, he said. Elise hesitated, then nodded. Welcome. We need every hand. Scene 11. After the battle, the creator's ship retreated. Damaged but not destroyed, the colony was safe for now. Elise met with Mara, Aaron, and Lio. The quiet ones have risen, Mara said. And Earth's spy has joined us, Elise added. This is just the beginning, Aaron said. The real war is coming. Final scene, A New Hope. That night, Elise looked up at the stars. She thought about the journey so far, from a whisper in the data, to a battle for survival, to a rising army of quiet ones. She smiled softly. We are ready. The colony was calm. After the battle at the ridge, people worked hard to repair the damage. The ancient alien sphere glowed softly in the center of the city. It was a symbol of hope and mystery. Captain Elise Ward walked through the streets. People greeted her with respect and hope. She smiled, but inside, she knew danger was still near. Raj joined her, holding a data pad. New message from Earth, he said. Elise looked at the screen. The message was from Minister Valen. We offer peace talks. If you surrender your weapons and disband the colony, Earth will forgive your past crimes. Elise frowned. They want us to give up, to forget again. Scene 2. Preparing for peace. Elise gathered Mara, Aaron, Jenna, and Lio. They want peace, but only if we surrender, Elise said. Mara shook her head. We cannot trust Earth. They have betrayed us before. Aaron added, peace on their terms means death for us. Lio looked at the group. But maybe we can use this to our advantage, Jenna asked. What do you mean? Lio smiled. We pretend to agree. We get what we need. Then we fight when the time is right. Scene 3. The meeting Elise agreed to. The talks. A meeting was set on a neutral space station orbiting Mars. Elise and her team prepared carefully. They brought representatives from the Forgotten Ones and the Quiet Ones. When they arrived, Earth's council waited. The room was cold, with hard faces and sharper words. Minister Valen spoke first. This is your last chance. Surrender or be destroyed, Elise answered calmly. We came for peace. But we will not surrender our people. The talks dragged on. Earth demanded disarmament. Elise and her team insisted on rights and recognition. Scene 4. The betrayal. Suddenly, alarms sounded. In the station. Earth soldiers stormed the room. Everyone down. You are under arrest for treason. Elise and her team were taken by surprise. They were handcuffed and dragged away. Leo's eyes glowed as he tried to resist, but Earth's technology was strong. This is a trap, Mara whispered. They never wanted peace. Scene 5. Prisoners. Elise and her team were held in a dark cell. The walls were cold and silent. Jenna looked at Elise. What now? We wait, Elise said. And we plan. Raj hacked the cells. Systems. Slowly, he found a way to send a secret message to the colony. Scene 6. The colony's response back on the planet. The colony was furious. Earth betrayed us. Mara shouted that the Quiet Ones prepared for war. The Forgotten Ones readied their Varn suits. Lio stood before the people. They think they can break us, but we are stronger together. The colony sent out a rescue team. Scene 7. Inside the prison. Elise's team was moved to a high-security prison on Titan. The prison was built for dangerous criminals, but the captives were innocent. Elise used every moment to gather information. She learned about Earth's real plan, to destroy the colony completely. They fear us, Raj said, because we show the truth. Scene 8. The rescue team arrived near Titan. Using stealth and strategy, they infiltrated the prison. The Quiet Ones and Forgotten Ones worked together, their suits and powers making them unstoppable. Inside, Jenna disabled security systems. Raj hacked communications. Elise led the team to the cell. Hold on, she whispered. They freed the prisoners. Scene 9. Escape and chase. The team escaped the prison, but Earth ships were waiting. A fierce chase began through Titan's rings. Elise piloted the ship with skill, weaving between debris and enemy fire. Lio used his powers to shield them from attacks. After a tense battle, they escaped back to the colony. Scene 10. Rallying the forces back home, Elise addressed the people. Earth has shown its true face. They fear us because we are strong. Mara raised the new flag. We fight not for revenge, but for our right to live. Iran added, the quiet ones and forgotten ones together will make Earth listen. Lio's eyes glowed with determination. This is our time. Scene 11. Earth's division on Earth. The betrayal caused unrest. Captain Dre spoke out against the Council's decision. We lost our humanity when we turned on our own people. Protests grew. Some military officers refused orders, but Minister Valen tightened control. No mercy for traitors. Scene 12. A new Alliance. Elise received a secret message. It was from Dre. I stand with you. We can change Earth from inside. Elise smiled. Welcome to the fight. Final scene. The battle ahead. The colony prepared for the coming storm. Elise looked at the stars. We were betrayed, but we will rise. This fight is bigger than us. It is for all humans, forgotten, quiet, and loud. The ancient sphere pulsed once more. A whisper turned into a roar. Earth's High Council sat in silence. Screens showed images of the rebel colony and its people. Humans who chose the quiet ones and the forgotten ones over Earth. Minister Valen stood. They've refused peace. Now we must crush them. General. Rix nodded. Fleet is ready. Weapons are charged. We can destroy them from orbit, but not all agreed. Captain Dre, who had once served Earth, proudly spoke. You are attacking your own people. Valen glared at him. They are no longer ours. Scene 2. A warning from the inside, deep inside Earth's network. Dre secretly sent a message. They are coming. Full force. Prepare. The message reached Elise and her council in the colony. Elise read it aloud. The room went silent. They are not coming to talk this time, said Mara. Aaron clenched his fists. Then we must make them remember who we are. Scene 3. Forging the Alliance in a massive underground hall. Humans, quiet ones, and forgotten ones gathered. The ancient sphere glowed in the center, sending waves of calm and focus. Lio stepped forward. We fight not to destroy Earth. We fight to protect our future. Jenna added, they call us broken, but we are more complete than ever. Raj showed battle maps and defense lines. If they come, we must make their first step there. Biggest mistake. Scene 4. Earth's fleet arrives in orbit. Earth's warships appeared like dark shadows blocking the stars. Thousands of drones floated near the fleet. Missiles were ready. Lasers hummed. General Rix gave the command. Send the first wave. Dozens of attack ships flew toward the planet. Scene 5. The sky burns. The colony saw fire in the sky. Elise stood on the command deck, eyes locked on the screens. Let them come, she whispered. Defense towers activated. Forgotten ones moved like shadows in their Varn suits. Quiet. Ones raised energy shields. When the enemy entered the atmosphere, the battle began. Missiles flew. Explosions lit up the night. Buildings shook, but the colony stood strong. Scene 6. The hidden weapon in a deep lab. Raj worked with Leo on a secret weapon, something built from alien tech inside the sphere. Raj smiled. I call it the mirror pulse. It reflects energy back. At the sender, Lio touched the machine. The energy danced around his fingers. It can only be used once. It needs a living mind to control it. Elise entered. Then we wait. And when they get too close, we use it. Scene 7. On the ground, Earth's soldiers landed outside the colony. But what they found was not fear, it was resistance. Mara led a team of fighters through the trees. Using speed and clever traps, Iran charged at armored vehicles with Varn warriors. Beside him, Jenna used hacked signals to blind enemy drones. "They fight like ghosts," an Earth soldier shouted. "They fight like humans who've been left behind," another replied. Scene 8. A message to Earth. Elise stood before a camera and broadcast a message directly to Earth. "You call us rebels, but it is you who broke the promise. You said no one would be left behind, yet here we are. We are done begging. We are done hiding. We are done being forgotten." The message reached Earth. People watched in silence. Some cheered. Some cried. Many began to question everything. Scene 9. The turning point back in orbit. Earth's fleet prepared for the final strike. General Rix raised his hand. "Fire the orbital cannon." A beam of energy shot down toward the colony, but just before impact, Raj and Lio activated the mirror pulse. The sky turned bright, the beam stopped, and then reversed. The giant cannon ship exploded. "Direct hit." Raj shouted. "It worked, but it's offline now," Lio said. "One shot only." Scene 10. Earth starts to break with the flagship destroyed. Earth's fleet lost control. Half of the captains hesitated. Some ships pulled back. Captain Dre sent another message. "This war is madness. Stop it." But General Rix refused. He pushed forward with what remained. Scene 11. The final ground battle in the forest. Mara's team clashed with the last Earth units. One Earth commander faced Iran. "You could have been one of us," the commander said. "I am more than what you offered," Iran replied. They fought hard. Finally, the enemy pulled back. "They're retreating," Jenna said, overcomes. Cheers echoed through the colony. Scene 12. The war. Elise met with Earth's new peace delegation, a group of officers and citizens who opposed the Council's ways. "We want to talk, truly." "This time," they said. Elise nodded. "We want peace too. But not as slaves, as equals." They shook hands. Scene 13. Aftermath. The battlefield was silent now. Damaged buildings were repaired. The sphere still glowed. Lio walked with the children of the colony, telling them stories of the old world and the new one they would build. Raj rebuilt the mirror pulse. Just in case, Mara trained the next group of warriors not to fight, but to protect. Elise stood on a cliff and looked at the stars. "They broke their promises," she whispered. "But we built something stronger." Final scene. Something still coming, far away, deep in the galaxy. Something ancient stirred. The alien sphere in the colony pulsed brighter. A signal was sent. No one noticed it yet, but something was watching. Something older than Earth. Something waiting. Weeks had passed since the war ended. The colony was healing. Elise walked through the rebuilt streets. Children played. Humans, quiet ones, and forgotten ones worked together. But she felt uneasy. Something was different. Raj ran into the command center, holding a tablet. "We found something strange." "What is it?" Elise asked. "A signal. It came from the ancient sphere. But it's not from us." Scene 2. The sphere awakens in the underground chamber. The sphere glowed like never before. Leo stood close to it, whispering. "You are remembering something, aren't you?" The sphere sent out a low hum. Symbols appeared across its surface, symbols no one had seen before. The quiet ones bowed their heads. "It remembers," they said together. "What does it remember?" Elise asked. The forgotten ones responded. The ones who made it, the ones who left, and promised to return. Scene 3. The message from the stars. Raj played the decoded signal for the council. A voice spoke, deep and ancient. "To those who awaken the seed, we are coming. The war between creation and hunger begins again." Everyone sat in silence. Iran stood up. "Is it a threat?" Jenna frowned. "Or a warning?" Elise looked at the sphere. "Either way, they are coming." Scene 4. Strange visitors. 3 days later. Unknown ships entered the colony's skies, but they did not attack. They hovered, silent and smooth, like flying stone. A portal opened in the sky. From it, figures appeared, tall, silver-skinned beings. With glowing eyes, the Forgotten Ones dropped to their knees. The Makers. The Quiet Ones trembled. Elise stepped forward. "Why have you come?" One of the beings spoke with a voice that echoed in every mind. "You reactivated the seed. Now the cycle begins." Scene 5. The truth revealed. The Makers showed Elise and the Council a vision. A long time ago, they created many species. Quiet Ones, Forgotten Ones, and even humans were touched by them long ago. But something dark had followed them. A species of pure hunger, destroyers of stars. They were called the Devourers. The Makers had used the seed, the sphere, to hide power on different worlds. Earth was one of them. The seed was never meant to awaken, the Makers said. But your war triggered it. Elise stood firm. Then help us fight. The Makers' eyes glowed. You are not ready. Scene 6. First strike. That night, the stars changed. A black shadow moved across space. A massive ship shaped like a wound in reality. It came from deep space and moved faster than any human ship. The first colony to see it vanished in seconds. Earth scanners picked it up. Panic spread across the planet. "It's not human. It's not like anything we know," said one Earth scientist. "It eats light," another whispered. Scene 7. Earth reaches out. Earth's High Council, still recovering from the failed war, contacted the colony. Elise received the message. "We were wrong. We need you." Elise called her people together. "Do we help those who left us to die?" Lio stepped forward. "The enemy coming now does not care who betrayed whom." Iran added, "This time, it's not just about humans. It's about life itself." They agreed. For the first time, Earth and the Forgotten stood side by side. Scene 8. The final. Defense Raj worked with Earth engineers to build a shield net in space. Jenna and Quiet Ones built signal jammers to confuse the Devourer scouts. Lio led a meditation chamber to connect minds. Human, quiet, and forgotten as one. The Makers watched silently. "You learn fast," one of them said. Elise looked at him. "We're human, we always adapt." Scene 9. The Devourer comes. The black ship entered the system. Lights died across nearby moons. Machines stopped working. Even the stars seemed to dim. It sent no message. It simply moved. Then it launched a beam. The first defense satellite was destroyed instantly. Then another. "Begin counterattack," Elise shouted. Missiles launched. Energy blasts hit the ship, but nothing worked. "It's like hitting a shadow," Raj said. Then the ship opened. From inside came creatures, dark, flying, with eyes like dying suns. They screamed across the sky. Scene 10. United we stand. Elise, Iran, and Mara led the front lines. Earth soldiers fought next to Varn warriors. Quiet Ones used mental strikes. Forgotten Ones walked into fire with no fear. Children watched from shelters, eyes wide. And high above, Raj activated the final part of the mirror pulse, a device that would not reflect, but absorb and burn. "I hope it works," he whispered. He looked up at the stars. "For all of us." Scene 11. Sacrifice. The Devourer. Creatures overwhelmed one front. Jenna ran into danger to reset the jammers manually. She was caught in an explosion. Iran found her, pulled her out. She smiled weakly. "Tell Elise, I finished the job." She passed out, but lived. Elise fought beside Mara, blasting shadow beasts with ancient tech from the sphere.